I'm Edie Lush, and I'm inside the Hub Culture studio. Outside of the Ice House, it's Davos 2019. Carlos Monreal, the CEO of Plastic Energy, has just joined me in here. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So plastic energy, to me, sounds like a solution. I've heard a lot about the problems of plastic. We're all aware of the issues. But tell me what you've got in terms of a solution.
Well, after many years developing the technologies, we found a way to be able to reverse plastics into the hydrocarbons, and then we can use those hydrocarbons back into the production of new plastics that are food grade ready.
And is this all plastics, or is
All
this
type
just
of
some
plastics.
plastics?
All type of plastics. We don't have to separate it. We don't have to sort it, and mainly we can just produce and recycle any type of plastics.
So this kind of sounds like the sort of golden, what we've been looking for our entire lives, right?
Well, it's going to be one of the solutions. I don't want to be. I don't want to say it's going to be the only solutions, but it's going to help to tackle the waste plastics problem.
Okay, and then what's the plan for collecting the plastic? How is that going to work?
That market is very well organized in the in developed countries, where there are the waste management companies that they have contracts to collect the waste. It's taken into a sorting facility, and then from the sorting facility you can use the different type of waste to try to give them a second value. And that is the moment that when the plastics that could not be before being recycled, we can take it and convert it back to oil, and then back to plastics or back to hydrocarbons.
And is there any energy lost? Is there anything?
Yes, there is always an energy lost, but it's very energy efficient, and for every energy that we have to put into the process, we generate 3.7.
Okay, and in terms of a circular economy, how about the plant? Is the plant carbon positive? How does that work?
That is the interesting question, because that really depends on what you compare with. When we are talking about carbon footprint, in our case, if we compare it versus the production of new virgin quality plastics, then we are much lower. And if we compare it with incineration of plastics, we are much lower. And if we produce it, if we compare versus the transportation fuels, it's also much lower than using the regular diesel.
Okay, so that sounds all good. Now, what about the issue of plastics coming from the areas that we know most plastics start from? So these 10 rivers in Asia and in Africa, where there isn't always great collection of this waste.
You touch the point that is making everybody aware of the plastic situations. We do a good job in Europe. But in Southeast Asia, the 5 big countries are polluting. Most of the waste plastic is going to the oceans. In the case of Jakarta, it's the 17 rivers, and there is and 20% of the population of almost the same population than London. It's more than 2 million people. They don't have waste collection systems, so therefore every day they have to take their waste and throw it away into the rivers. So you don't get to see the water. So yes, we have to stop the waste, not only the plastics, the waste going into the rivers, in order to be able to have good quality water that we can enjoy it.
Is there a role for capitalism here? If there's a market to buy that plastic, or does it work? Does your model work because the plastic comes in free because it's waste?
Well, because it is waste. If it will be gold, it will have a value. If it is waste, something has to happen, and then this, depending on the different countries, the business model can change, but we can generate a profitable, sustainable, long-term business without having to charge anything for the plastics coming into our facilities.
Carlos, thank you so much for stopping by. This is pretty exciting. I want you to come back and talk to me next year and tell me how it's going.
Thank you very much, and I hope to 2020 we are planning to process 200,000 tons of plastic per year, and that is a commitment that we have. We signed some agreements with the WWF, and hopefully later today with SABIC, we are going to present a collaboration to build a first facility in the Netherlands, which is going to be making a standard for the business.
I love it. Thank you so much, Carlos.
Thank you very much.
And good luck. And I'm Edie Lush.